more shot, and if it glitches out, we might just have to rip the secret surprise. I'm not gonna deal with that the whole time. All right, let's do this one more time. All right. All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
We've got a $10 donation
really
from Mark McKenzie, otherwise known as the Worster, saying, "Hey guys, Worster here, loving SGDQ so far, and good luck to Shenanigans on his run. Just one question to him though. Have you considered teaching Dig to Flygon in this speed run? I think that could be a really fast speed run strat."
Thanks, Worster.
Thanks, Worster.
All right, so it's V-E-R, right? R-E. Okay. I have no idea. Like, I just did. Hold on.
Pretty sure.
Okay. It looks like we're just gonna have to rip the secret surprise, but I could do it right away.
Yeah, let's start
like,
with
do you?
that.
Let's just start with it.
Would that be cool if I just did the secret surprise right off, and then I can just delete the save off this? Okay. I have no idea. Like, it might be something with like the power. I have no idea.
While we deal with some technical
it worked fine
issues,
for Puzzle Challenge.
we've got a $151 donation from Nicholas Conte saying, "Love watching Pokemon runs, especially with my two favorite Australian girls, Casey and Monica." Thank you very much.
It might just be the cart. Like, that thing's just died this week. All right. So this is the secret surprise. We're gonna start it off with this, I guess. This is major shout-outs to a guy called Sankey. He put a ton of work into this for the marathon, and it goes to show how cool some of the glitches are in this game. So here I am in the Pokemon Center in Goldenrod, and we've already set up a bunch of box names, and we've done a few glitches here. And we're gonna look at Bellsprout's Pokedex entry here, and then go down to our item list and open the coin case. And we're gonna get some cool effects here. Yeah.
You see me here, ladies and gentlemen. These
so that
games
is
are
all Sankey's work. He is a awesome person for this. So definitely check him out. It's SANQUII. Anyway, I'm going to just use this cart for the run.
So to give a bit more explanation on why we tried to run on silver, the Gen 2 cartridges have a real-time clock, and the same battery that holds the save files was powering the real-time clock. So several years ago, pretty much everyone's Gen 2 carts stopped being able to hold save files.
Yeah.
And so we only have one cartridge that we could find here that could hold a save file. And so we used that one for the surprise.
Yeah. They both worked when I came here, but the battery actually ran out yesterday during practice. So, yeah. All right. Yeah, this is the last one. I'm sorry. All right, we ready? 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so this one should work.
No one on stream.
Yeah, the stream couldn't hear that, but as soon as he said go, there was a horn.
Yeah, somebody just honked their car right when he said go.
that Pokemon hype.
All right, so hopefully since I've switched cartridges, this is not going to crash in the intro. So we'll see.
We've got a $20 donation from somethingartistic.net saying, "Hey guys, back again with a donation from our sales overnight. Excited for some gold shenanigans, ho ho ho. And the rest of the runs today. Good luck to the runner, and put all of this towards the Demon Chocobo."
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
So, Shenanigans, why did you set your clock to 3 a.m.?
So you set the clock to 3 a.m. because we need to catch a Wooper for this run in order to call upon its species data when we execute code from the boxes, which we do much later in the run. and we just use Whooper for that. And it only appears at night, so we do need the time to be set to night so we can find the Whooper. We also have to catch it, so that's the only Pokemon we need to catch throughout the run. Alright. We say no to daylight savings because it saves 3 frames. Gotta save them where you can. Alright. So here comes the first major reset point of the run. We need to get a Totodile that's at least decent. I definitely need 12 attack in order to hit a lot of the damage ranges, and I don't want to see triple 9s for the specials and the speed.
So if anyone is familiar with the glitchless run, you need really good stats for that. For this run, it's not as important, but we still need not terrible stats.
Yeah, exactly. Having higher attack in the glitchless run plays a lot more in the later game, but we don't play much of the game in this run. Yeah. Okay. P-O-U-L. More end pool?
Alright, so
Yep.
hopefully we don't have to reset too many times here.
Yeah. It's probably gonna have perfect stats outside of attack. It's gonna be really sad. Alright. So here we go. Oh, that's runnable. Perfect.
Alright.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a run.
Alright, so that's a good start. So all my stats were actually really good. I had 12 attack, 12 defense, 10 special attack, and 11 special defense, and 9 speed. So all of my stats outside of speed are perfect, pretty much. You can have 13 attack, but that's only on the highest DV. When I say DVs, there's a randomly assigned number to each of your stats. It's randomly assigned from 0 to 15, and the higher the number, the better your stat will be. So if I were to say I have a 15 DV in attack, that means I have a very good attack stat. That would be perfect. So I'll be able to figure out more about my DVs when I fight the rival in a little bit. But for now, I just know most of them are very good.
Unfortunately, the attack DV for 12 attack is anywhere between 5 and 14, so it can actually still be below average.
Yeah. That's why usually when you do glitchless runs, you want to see 14 attack when you level up. That means that you're on the higher end rather than the lower end. My special is a DV of 11 or higher, so I know it's already fairly good. You can survive with pretty much any special though. I'm gonna snag, oh, kind of on the last step. I'm gonna snag the extra berry for safety. We're gonna take a lot of damage in the early game, and it's better just to play it safe. Having this extra berry can really help if I get crit by the Spearow coming up.
We've got a $10 donation from Anonymous saying Vive Morampol. Thank you for your donation.
Alright. So now we're just gonna go visit Mr. Pokemon to get the Pokedex, same as you normally would when you start the game. From there we just continue on with the run. Just hope for as few encounters as we can. Every encounter wastes about 10 seconds, and there's obviously nothing you can do about it. What's also really unfortunate about 9 speed is you will be outsped by wild level 4 Rattatas as well as Pidgeys. This is actually really bad encounter luck. But if you see a level 4 Rattata, you can actually fail to run from it, which costs a lot of time if you can't run.
So for anyone wondering, there is some limited amount of RNG manipulation you can do in almost every Pokemon game. In fact, the only ones that I'm not aware of any is Gen 2. So,
Yeah, pretty much.
so here, as far as we know, we can't do anything about these encounters.
Yeah.
A $35 donation from Tygo saying, Greetings from Portugal. This is my first time watching SGDQ, and I've been loving it ever since the beginning. I'm so glad I was able to donate and help to the cause. You guys are amazing. Here's to more of these events to come. P.S. That autographed Kanto field guide will be mine. Praise to Arceus.
Alright, so this section's just button mashing for like a minute. We have to get the Pokedex and then talk to Mr. Pokemon about his discovery, and then take it back to Professor Elm, all the way back where we started, and then come all the way back here. Alright. So we're gonna be warned about trouble at the lab. One of the Pokemon was stolen.
We've got a $100 donation from Ol Fasten with no comment, but thank you for your donation.
Snagging a second berry here. That gives us an extra 10 health that we can heal off later on. Alright, so here's the rival fight. This rival fight can go a lot of different ways. He will almost always use Growl on the first turn, and if you get hit by Growl, the fight instantly becomes much longer. There's also a chance to go berry-less in this fight, and that's a term for when you don't have to use your berry. Your starter comes equipped with a berry, and if he falls below half health, he'll immediately use it and restore 10 health. But we get a free heal after this fight, so we would prefer not using the berry during it, and I got hit by the Growl. So that means I'm gonna have lowered attack, and will most likely not go berryless, unless I land a few criticals. Alright, so I'm gonna use my berry here, unless I can kill him on this turn, and I didn't, so there goes my berry. That wasn't a terrible rival fight, but if you get ground mist, it's obviously a lot faster. Okay, oh, that's very good special. That's a special DV of 14 or 15, so that's extremely high. I have the lower end of the attack, and I had very good defense. So stats are actually really good. The low speed might become an issue later on, but it most likely won't matter much.
Speaking of your DVs, we do have a donation of $10.69 from Hidashira saying, really hyped for the stream along with the rest of #TrueChat and the great cause. Gold is one of my favorite games and a great childhood memory. May the DVs be on your side and the shinies apparently, and the shinies aplenty. I'll donate another $5 if the runner says Froakie no in his best Sycamore voice.
Froakie no! And I also need the rival name. Oh. That right? I don't want him to have good luck. He doesn't need luck to win that rival fight. So the hardest fight in the game is the second rival fight, and that fight can just go horribly wrong. Even if you get lucky, like, you can still lose. It's a horrible fight. So hopefully it doesn't take me too many tries to get through there. Alright.
We've got a $40 donation from Wheelie Haas saying, where is Flygon with Dig?
Alright, so we're gonna press B there, otherwise we get to watch a minute-long cutscene to learn how to catch Pokemon. But don't worry, I'm a Pokemon master, so I know how to catch Pokemon. Alright. Hopefully the encounters are a little bit nicer on this trip. Ooh. The party started again. Yeah, so if, yeah. So there is a very loud, I guess, 10 a.m. dance party going on one room away.
Everyone getting hyped for Pokemon?
Alright. They're still hyped for Snap.
We've got a $10 donation from Daniel Murren saying, loving the stream, guys, enjoying the game from Ireland. Thank you very much for your donation. Another $10 donation from Tobias saying, best marathon so far, can it top AGDQ?
Alright, that was a pretty good section. Alright. So here's our next fight. This fight's really straightforward. A lot of the fights in this game are pretty straightforward for most of the early game. After this fight finishes, I'll level up to level 7 and I'll learn a move called Rage. And Rage is an extremely broken move, at least in the early game. For every time you're attacked while you're using Rage, you'll gain power. So after getting hit a couple times using it, you'll be doing massive amounts of damage per hit. And it allows you to destroy a lot of the fights that would normally be really difficult. Like, for example, Faulkner's Pidgeotto, which is higher level than you at the time, will actually go down in 2 hits. Also, that crit saves the turn, which is really nice. Oh, no, it doesn't. There's a really bad damage roll. Crit me back, too. Alright. I'm gonna have to heal before the Spearow, or the Spearow fight coming up. Alright. Another part of RNG about this game coming up is spinners, which we're about to see in 5 seconds. Alright, so you see this guy here, he's just spinning around randomly. We have to walk past him, and he can spin extremely quickly. Hopefully we can get past him. If he looks at me, I have to fight him. Alright. Alright. So, good start.
Hi, Mom.
Yep. Hey, Mom. So yeah, sometimes spinners can get stuck, which is what happened there. So I just simply walked around him while he couldn't really do anything. So on this route, I really want to see a Bellsprout. So, alright, I saw who here. If you see a Bellsprout, you can actually skip a fight coming up in a little bit. We need the Pokedex entry for either Bellsprout or Machop, and there's 2 routes in the game that we can see a Bellsprout on. And if we can see it on either of those 2 routes, we can skip the fight with the Machop trainer. And skipping that fight is actually really nice because he can do a lot of damage to you pretty quickly. I only have 1 encounter there, so didn't get an opportunity to see one. Alright. So coming up is one of the harder fights of the game. This Spearow is a jerk on this fight. So I'm gonna heal up for it. This Spearow does 6 damage per turn, and as you can see, I have 24 health, and it takes 4, or actually I had 26 health, so I have a lot. So he'll do 6 damage per turn, and it takes me 4 turns to bring him down. And the problem with that is, if he lands a critical, I would normally be dead, but with the berry, he's gonna need to critical me twice. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Alright. What's funny about the AI of the Birdkeeper trainers in this game is if they have an attacking move, they'll always use it. So even though the Spearow has other moves, it can only use Peck, which works nicely in our favor because we can just spam Rage and we'll always get the boosted attack from it. So it actually plays out sort of in our favor, especially on the next fight too. I believe Pidgeys learned Sand Attack, so these Pidgeys might actually have an accuracy decreasing move, but they can't use it because the Birdkeeper AI doesn't allow them to.
So the Spearow did 7 damage on 1 hit. Is that 1 in 39 like in Gen 1? Or?
Yeah. I believe my defense was high enough for that to be a 1 in 39.
So, for an explanation for that, the end of, at least in Gen 1 and I think in Gen 2 also, the last thing in the damage calculation is it multiplies the damage you're doing by a random number between 217 and 255 and divides by 255. So if that random number is 255, then the rounding works out that you'll do 1 more damage than pretty much any other hit. And so that is what we call 1 in 39 damage range.
Yeah.
A $10 donation from Anthony
this actually might kill now.
saying, thanks guys for this event. You are awesome. Love
Nice.
from France.
I got really good luck with those speed ties there. I have the same speed as that Pidgey, which means it's 50-50 who goes first. And because I went first on the first turn, I was able to get a Rage stack right away, which works out really nicely in my favor. Alright. That was still a speed tie, so I used Scratch so that if I lost the speed tie, I would not have to see the Rage text. Because it says your Rage is building every time you attack. I could go into this fight with 18 health, but I'm going to heal. Doesn't make sense not to. It's very likely that he'll do 18 damage, but I'll level up, so I would have enough health to tank it. But if he crit me at all, the run would be pretty bad and over. Alright. So Faulkner follows the same theme as the other fights. Just hit him with Rage and hope for the best.
We have a $10 donation from Zigboo saying, hey Shenanigans, really hyped for your run. Good luck, and I'll see you around when I get my butt kicked in more Poke randomizers.
Shoutouts to the randomizer crew.
For those who don't know randomizers, basically they're shoutouts to the Bomb Stew for making the Pokemon randomizer. It randomizes all the Pokemon you can encounter, your starters, the moves you learn.
Alright, so I got a really low roll there, so this might not kill. Okay. I've had like 1 or 2 runs where I haven't killed him in 2 hits. It's really rare, but it happens on really low attacks. Alright. So that's Faulkner down.
We have a $35 donation from Anonymous saying, I have never heard of someone doing a Pokemon game in an hour and 15 minutes. This will be interesting. Love you guys and keep up the good work.
It's a perfect speed game. There's no RNG at all. Alright, so we get another call from Professor Elm, and he's going to tell us to pick up an egg at the Pokemon Center. So this is basically the major difference between glitched and glitchless for now. Oh, controller's being weird there. So we need to pick up the egg, but I'm going to heal first. Healing first just means I get to see 1 less Pokeball on the healing block there. Because for some reason they throw your egg on the healing block. Alright, and then we gotta talk to this guy to get the egg. For this run, we need to have 4 Pokemon total in our party at the end in order to do the coin case glitch. And the egg just works out as a really easy Pokemon to get, because we have to get it regardless. You actually can't move on until you get the egg. We're gonna grab this Paralyzed Cure Berry, because later on in the run, during the rival fight, his Ghastly can use Lick, and if it paralyzes, it's really bad, because you're guaranteed slower than the Bayleaf, and he can pretty badly destroy you, as you'll probably see. Alright.
$25 from Paranoid Oddish saying, sucks I have to work today. As I'm missing the runs I was most looking forward to. I guess I can donate during them even if I have to wait until they get on YouTube to watch them. Keep up the great work, guys. Let the runner choose where this goes.
What's lower on Save and Kill the Animals? Which one?
Kill the animals is about $3,000 short.
Which one?
Kill.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I'll put it toward kill. Alright, I got perfect luck on this Zubat. The reason I used Rage is with Scratch, I would not kill the Zubat in 2 turns. He would live on like 1 health. But by using Rage, if he uses Leech Life, I get enough of a Rage stack to kill him. And it works out really well because the fight stays the same amount of turns. I just lose a little bit of time to text. Anyway, here's one of the major RNG sections of the run. I need to find a Wooper here. And Wooper is a 30% chance in this grass. So hopefully... Zubat.
Yeah, so one of the more recent developments in Gen 1 speedrunning is that you can manipulate what encounter you get in the Gen 1 games. Unfortunately, I looked into this like 2 days ago for Gen 2, and it doesn't work, at least not in the same way. So we don't know any way to manipulate what encounter you get, but it would be really nice for situations like this.
Also, that Bellsprout that I just found is very good because with a Bellsprout in my Pokedex, I no longer need the Pokedex entry from Machop, so I can skip fighting the trainer with a Machop. So skipping an entire trainer is really nice. Alright. Oh man, I've seen everything except for Wooper now.
$30 donation from Moosey saying, my final donation of this marathon. I loved Worcester's run at the previous GDQ, and I'm sure this run will live up to that. That is, as long as Shenanigans defeats the Elite Four. Good luck, and I hope you have great RNG. Let Shenanigans choose where this goes.
Needed that donation a couple seconds ago. Come on. Alright. Oh man. Alright, come on out, Wooper. We need you. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got our Wooper. Now we just need to catch him. Alright, so we just chuck balls and hope for the best. Perfect. Okay, got him first ball. Alright. So now we're done on this route.
$50 donation from Aaron W. saying, contributing in memory of my deceased cartridge. Alas, poor Silver. $10 donation from Anonymous saying, hey guys, I've been having a bad week over here and keep missing all my favorite runs. Glad I got here in time for one Pokemon run at least, even if it's the only generation I've never owned. This is super awesome and I can't wait to see everything on YouTube.
Alright, so I dodged another spinner there. That guy's actually really important to dodge because he has an Onix. And normally you would think, oh, well, you have a water type. We don't have any water moves yet. So fighting an Onix is not a very good matchup for us. We get our first water move at level 13, which is after this fight. And unfortunately, this guy's got 3 Geodudes, so it's going to take a lot to bring him down. Luckily, Rage, after a couple tackles hitting us, is going to do a lot of damage back. What's interesting, though, if the Onix trainer does hit you, you level up to level 13 before this fight, so it doesn't waste too much time, because you get Water Gun for these 3 Geodudes. So all the time you waste fighting the other guy, you save some of it by having Water Gun for this fight. It's also nice that he sent out the level 8 Geodude first, because if he sends out the level 8 first, we get enough Rage stacks to 2-hit the level 6 Geodude, which normally we would have to 3-shot and then still 3-shot this last Geodude. So we can save a turn here. As long as I kill this thing in 2 hits. Yeah, I'll get it. That did way more than half. Alright. And here's water gun. Alright, so now that I have water gun, if I dodge this next spinner, I'm gonna fade a wild encounter. So here we go. Okay. Man, that's 2 spinners that got stuck. That's really good luck. I'm picking this X attack up for marathon safety strats. We need to use 14 total X items on our Totodile throughout the run in order to boost his happiness enough for us to get the TM for return. And since we need to use the X items anyway, picking that one up and using it doesn't cost too much time, and it makes the rival fight a lot easier.
$50 from Aaron W saying, sorry about that. Sorry. $10 from Anonymous saying, hey guys, sorry, that one's also red as well. Dang. $20 saying, best of luck to Shenanigans. Have to donate for the Pokemon block. Donation goes to your choice, Shenanigans.
Alright, so this Vulpix can be a jerk. It has Ember, and it gets 1 turn to hit us, unless my speed was extremely bad, in which case he'll move first, like that. And if he burns, I'm gonna have to use the center, which wastes a bit of time. Okay, so we're not gonna get burned here. So that's really good. Alright. One more spinner to dodge for a while. So this is the Machop guy, right here. I'm gonna potion. I need to use a potion anyway, so I may as well use it now in case I do hit this guy. Alright, here we go. Nice, okay. So far we're spinnerless, which is really good. I'm gonna pick up this full heal. It can help in a couple places. I'm gonna have to deal with 3 Zubats in the Slowpoke well, and all 3 of them can confuse you, which is not fun. Alright, I'm gonna buy some items here. I need the super potions to heal throughout the run, the escape ropes to escape out of the underground after I get the coin case, and the repels are for the forest I'm gonna have to walk through soon. And now we're going to talk to Kurt, and Kurt is going to fall down a well, which thankfully clears a path for us into the rocket hideout. Alright.
$15 donation from our very own Chubfish saying, hey, Ecast here. Good luck on your run, Shenanigans. Kevin Turtle.
Thanks, Ecast. Alright. So there's 4 fights in here, and this first one's not too bad, but the middle 2 are pretty difficult. They both have Supersonic on their Zubats. There's 3 Zubats total, and none of them will go down in 1 hit unless I get a critical. And if I get confused, I do have a Bitterberry equip, so I will have 1 chance to get rid of confusion, but if I get hit by a second Supersonic, I'll get confused and can do a lot of damage to myself. Alright. Alright, 19 speed. I think I'm faster than this Rattata now. Unless he does that. Okay, yeah. Alright, so this next fight's the first Zubat. This one's not that bad. It goes down in 2 hits. So there's really no chance that I can hit myself in confusion, because if he does use Supersonic and hit, I will get rid of it with my Bitterberry. That was a really good critical. So that gave it no chance to confuse me, which is really nice.
$35 donation from Anonymous saying, hey guys, thanks for another awesome marathon. We really appreciate all the hard work and effort you guys have put into these events, and I only wish I had more money to spare to donate. Hopefully I'll be around to catch Zelda games tonight, and I'm definitely looking forward to those. Save all the frames.
Thankfully, rap isn't like Gen 1 rap in this. In Generation 1, if you get hit by rap, it just continuously hits you for a random amount of turns, 1 to 5. Alright. I'm just gonna potion here. I bought the potion to heal during the well. The odds of me getting confused here are really small, because I still have my bitter berry, which is really good. But it is Pokemon, so we'll see. Alright. So him using Tail Whip means if I do get confused, I'll do a little bit more damage to myself than usual, which is kind of unfortunate, but I do still have my bitter berry. Okay, it missed,
Nice.
so now there's no chance I'll get confused
Very
here.
nice.
The only things left in the game that can confuse me are this Zubat and the Ladybug, and the Ladybug's not that big of a deal. Wow, they both missed. Okay. So there's a 25% chance per turn you get confused because there's a 50% chance it uses Supersonic and then about a 50% chance it hits. So that fight went really well. Ideally, I lose my Bitter Berry because it's faster to equip the Paralyzed Cure Berry when you don't have a berry previously equipped. So that would be really nice if I can at least lose this berry at some point, which would be on the Ladybug fight. Alright. If I get really lucky rolls, I can kill this Coughing in 3 turns, and I have really good specials, so there's a small chance, but it doesn't look like I'm gonna get it. Yeah. That was close, though. Alright, so that's the Slowpoke Wall sequence. That went a lot better than usual. Again, getting confused there can be really bad, because you can just hit yourself for tons of damage. Especially if you get confused early on and have to go through the whole second fight.
$50 donation from Rory McG saying, hey dude, seriously, these marathons are always so ace. Been hooked since Worcester and Cosmo's run at AGDQ 2013. May the RNG be with you, shenanigans.
Alright, so this Ladybug can also confuse us. Okay, it also missed. Wow. So that one didn't matter because if he hit me, it would have taken away the Bitter Berry and I could have just equipped the Paralyzed Cure Berry, but it really doesn't matter. It doesn't save much time at all. Alright, there's our first poisoning. So I have 3 antidotes, and I can get poisoned on this fight, the next fight, Bugsy, and Rival. So hopefully I don't get poisoned on all 4. Alright. So this fight, if his Caterpie uses String Shot, I'll be slower than the Weedle, which means the Weedle will have 2 turns to poison me. So hopefully I just get either String Shot miss, a critical, or the Caterpie just uses Tackle. But for some reason this Caterpie seems to prefer using String Shot on turn 1. Okay, I got hit by String Shot, so now I'm slower than the Weedle. So there's 2 turns for me to get poisoned here. Alright. Okay, yeah, I got on the first turn. That's not a big deal. Okay. So that's not that bad. I just need to avoid getting poisoned on either Bugsy or the rival, but I do have that extra full restore, and if worse comes to worse, I can just use that. Oh boy. Alright, this is Benny. Benny is really nice to speedrunners. Oh. Alright, here we go. Aww. Yep. So that's how spinners work. They are completely random and make running this game not fun. That's also why I didn't heal before this fight, because I want to save super potions if I can, in case Rival 2 goes sour. Alright, so with my special, this Weedle will go down in one hit, as well as the Kakuna. Or actually, the Kakuna will live on low health, but I can use Rage on the Kakuna. And because I have low speed, the Beedrill is going to outspeed me. So by using Rage, I'll begin stacking Rages early. So hopefully, he uses Fury Attack and hits for a few hits. And I'll get a nice Rage boost. If it hits 4 times, I believe I'll one-hit him. So 1... Okay, I hit twice. So I'm going to have to use Rage twice here. If it hits 3 times, you can do Rage to Water Gun. But if it only hits twice, you have to just use Rage both times. So you have to sit through the extra text, but that's not a big deal. Another useless crit. Alright. So hitting 1 spinner is actually really good. Alright. I'm gonna save before Bugsy just in case. It's very unlikely that this fight goes wrong, but it can happen. And if I were to die, I would be back all the way in Violet City and would have to go through the cave and the spinners again. And as we've learned from spinners, that could be a fun experience. Alright. So for this Bugsy fight, we really want to get to +3 if possible. So we want to get attacked at least 3 times. This Metapod almost never tackles on turn 1. Hopefully it does on turn 2. Okay, good. So there's 1. If we get to +3, we're pretty much set to win. Okay, there's 2. 1 more would be nice. Good, okay. We also didn't get string shotted, which means we'll be faster than the Kakuna, which gives it less chance to poison us, which is obviously a good thing, seeing as we have 1 antidote left. Okay, he used Harden, so he's going to go down here. So out comes the Scyther. This Scyther's, I believe, a damage range on this attack. Hopefully I can get it in 2 hits. Okay, I did 3 there. I have really good defense. Alright, he should go down this turn. If you have really bad defense and you miss the damage range and he criticals, you can lose, but it does take some really bad circumstances. Alright, so Bugsy's down. Alright, so this next fight's the hardest fight in the game. This rival fight is really dumb. Alright. We also need to evolve to Croconaw because Totodile can't learn the move Fury Cutter, and Fury Cutter is one of the only ways that you can get through this rival fight. Alright. So that's Bugsy down.
$45 donation from Anonymous saying, I've spent way too much time watching speedruns over the past few days, and it's been a blast. Thanks to everyone. $10 from James G saying, second time donating. I just wanted to say that this is my 4th GDQ event that I've seen, and they've quickly become sort of my favorite part of the year. There's a very welcoming sense of community in the speedrunning community, and I was convinced to start running purely because everyone I've met during these events is an amazing person. Keep up the fantastic work, everyone, and keep on breaking games to make the world a better place.
Alright, so we're going to do a lot of setup here in this menu. We need to be at full health for this fight because this fight tends to go very wrong. We're going to teach Fury Cutter as well to deal with the Bayleaf. The rival's Bayleaf can pretty much just kill you at any point in time. Razor Leaf does nearly half your health and it has a high crit rate. So he can just destroy you in 1 or 2 turns with that. Alright. So here we go. So his lead, Ghastly, has Hypnosis and Lick. Lick can paralyze, and Hypnosis obviously can put you to sleep. I picked up the Full Heal in case he uses Hypnosis. Using the Full Heal, you can wake out of this. You can wake up pretty easily. And even if he paralyzes me on the turn I wake up, I have the Paralyzed Cure Berry. Okay, Lick. Okay, it didn't paralyze, so I'm going to take this time to X attack. I had low attack, so I want to make sure. Okay. So he used Hypnosis, so he should use Lick this turn. And even if it paralyzes, I have the berry, but he didn't paralyze. Alright, so the Ghastly's down. Here comes the Bayleaf. Once we're through the Bayleaf, that's the hardest part of the run, so here we go. There's a lot that can go right or wrong, and that is one thing that can go wrong.
Okay.
Alright, hit the second. Alright, there's Razor Leaf. Okay, now it gets fun. And that's a critical. Okay. How do I play this?
Alright.
Dead. Yeah. There's really nothing he can do. He can just destroy you for no reason. Alright, let's try this again. So Fury Cutter is 95% accurate, and I missed on the first turn. So if you miss a Fury Cutter and he doesn't miss a Razor Leaf, you're most likely dead.
And the AI in this game will always use a move that can kill you.
Yes.
So once Shenanigans was at low health, the Bayleaf was definitely going to use Razor Leaf on the next turn.
Oh, what am I doing? I could have possibly used a Super Potion, and maybe it would have put me out of healing range, but I didn't really want to take that risk, because that would just prolong the fight. Alright. Slightly more health going into the Bayleaf, but it doesn't really matter. Alright, hopefully we get Poison Powder again, but... Okay. Good.
Nice.
Okay. Another critical.
As long as
Okay,
this
the
hits.
Bayleaf is dead, so there's that. Alright. Alright, now we have to get through the Zubat. This Zubat can do dumb things as well. I'm just gonna heal the Fool here. And that'll pretty much guarantee the fight. If I get confused, I'm gonna use my Fool Heal here. He does have Supersonic. So if he confuses me, I'll use my Full Heal, and that'll get rid of both the poison and the confusion. Okay. Yeah, so I'll just use my Full Heal here. I would have to use it anyway out of battle, so it's not that big of a deal. Alright, and we're through the fight. Alright. So unfortunately we didn't get through it first try, but, I mean, can't do much about that.
We have a $10 donation from Hexagon saying $10 for the couch to do their best Wailord impression. GDQ hype?
Wailord? What's a Wailord? I played Gen 1.
Wait, I think I've got this. We got this. Alright, ready? I'm done.
Well done. Hopefully there weren't any skiddies out there. You may have, you know. Alright, so here we're just talking to the Farfetch. I mean, we need to return him so we can get cut to use it on the one bush in like the entire game. Which is conveniently located 2 feet away from the bird that can cut the bush for us.
$10 donation from Venetia saying hello from Brazil. You guys are awesome. Keep up the good work. $35 donation from Kyle Duat saying, please catch them all, thank you. $20 from XG saying, love what you guys do. This event is amazingly entertaining and goes to a good cause. What more could you want? Besides dead animals, of course.
Okay.
And a $10 donation from Gatekeeper Calvin saying, Nurse Joy heals any Pokemon brought in regardless of why they require care. Is Nurse Joy a member of Doctors Without Borders? May the RNG gods be with you, Shenanigans. Pokemon runs are always my favorites.
So normally in Glitchless, you would have a Centric for your Cut Slate, but since we don't need to have 4 move slots throughout the run, we can teach Cut to our starter.
Yeah. Because normally in Glitchless, you would need to teach other moves that are more powerful in order to deal with the harder fights in the game, but we're almost done with the fights, so we don't really need to bother with it. Alright, I'm going to give that to Wooper now. We need to do a little bit of setup on the Wooper, and that's the start of it. We need him to be holding that TM. He needs to know the move return, and it needs to be in his final slot of his move set. So the rest of this section is going to be us attempting to get the move return, and for that we need our Crocodile to love us, so that the lady at the top of this mart will give us the move return. Whoa. Alright, so I need to buy 13 X specials. So like I said earlier, we need to use 14 total X items in order to get enough happiness to get returned, because you need 150 happiness, and each one of these X specials when used will increase happiness by 1. So I'm going to use all 13 of these X specials, and in doing so I'll be bonding with my Totodile to the point that he'll love me enough to get the TM. I'm also going to get Kenya, which is our 4th Pokemon. And as I said, we need 4 Pokemon total to do the glitch, and this is just another very convenient Pokemon to get. It's faster than throwing balls at random Pokemon. Alright. So we're gonna fight this guy. He's got 2 Slowpokes, and basically for this fight, we're just gonna use a lot of X specials. And then kill them with Water Gun. Alright, so you just need to use all of these X specials. And this raises our happiness to 150 for a return. It also allows us to one-hit both Slowpokes with Water Gun. Water Gun's our only special move at the moment, and even though it's not very effective, a +6 stab Water Gun will kill a level 10 Slowpoke. And even though his special attack won't raise anymore, it's still raising his happiness, which is all we care about.
Explain stab. So stab stands for same type attack bonus.
Yeah.
And if your move shares a type with your Pokemon, then you'll do 1.5 times the damage.
Yeah. So Croconaw is water type, and Water Gun is also water type, so it gets a 1.5 multiplier to its power. Alright, 1 more to use, and then we're done here. Alright. So there's our last one. And now we just destroy these 2 Slowpokes. Alright. So after we get return, we're going to type a bunch of letters into boxes. We're going to be catching some Pokemon in the future, and we really want to have organized boxes in order to do this. That way we know where all the Pokemon are going. Anyway, here's the coin case. This is the most broken item in the game. And it's nice that it's pretty early on. Alright. Just escape rope out.
So it's generally said that the holy grail of glitches is arbitrary code execution. And Gen 2 probably has the easiest arbitrary code execution, where you just use the coin case. And we showed you a little bit of it without explaining it at all in the special surprise. And we'll explain it a little bit more as Shenanigan sets it up.
Alright, thankfully our Totodile is very attached to us, so we can get the return TM. Alright. Get ready on the box names, everybody. There's a bunch of very random letters that we're going to need to type in. I'm trying to get my phone open.
So the general strategy here is you find some item in the game that will send the game to start executing code that's not supposed to execute. And then you create a small bootstrap program that sends the game in to start executing code that you can easily control. In this case, we're going to have the game start executing the box names.
What?
In Gen 1, it would be the item list, for example. But in Gen 1, arbitrary code execution takes quite a bit more setup.
Yeah.
So here, what Shenanigans is doing is actually writing the code that he wants the game to execute when he uses the coin case.
Wait a minute.
Should I do that now? I don't know. I don't want to do it while he's set, because I don't want people to miss this. So he's going to name boxes 2 through 8, and then you should pay attention pretty closely for the next short while, because otherwise you'll miss everything.
Yeah. I believe that's right. Okay, so I have all my boxes named. So now I need to set up my Whooper. Teach this to Whooper. We also need Whooper to be in slot number 4, and we also need return to be his top move. Alright, gonna save here now. So hopefully if I did everything right, when I pause the game and move over here, it will all work perfectly. There's a 70% chance roughly that this works, so hopefully it works. Again, Pokemon games have no RNG. What? That's something I've never seen.
Alright. So what happened there is the game crashed, and
Yes.
that's because which Pokemon had bad DVs here?
That would be
Is it-
Kenya. Yeah, that was Kenya in front.
Alright,
Or
so
in slot 3,
that's
rather.
because Kenya had bad DVs for us. So we're going to switch the egg into slot 3, and now we just use the egg DVs, and hopefully those work out.
Yep. How were the box names? Was anybody paying attention?
The box names are good.
Yeah.
When you receive the egg, the DVs
There we go.
determine when you...
There we go. Okay, so we're good here. All right. Second
Alright.
try is pretty
So
good.
can you explain exactly what your code did?
All right.
Because-
And time.
So do you want to explain exactly what your code did? What
Yeah.
the code?
So the code that I did there was, yeah. So what I did was we wrote code to do 3 things. The first part of the code was to set our warp point so that we exited down those stairs. It warped us straight to the very end of the game. The other thing we did with the code was we made it so that we had 0 Pokemon on our Pokemon list, and what that allowed us to do is, because we have no Pokemon, the game thinks that by entering a battle, you just immediately win, because you're not supposed to be able to enter any battles without Pokemon, which I can actually show after the credits. Is kind of funny, but you actually have no Pokemon at this point, even though we did have Pokemon for a little bit. But yeah, that's basically Pokemon Gold. That's pretty good.